After the CAD design is approved, the first manufacturing step begins here. The technician loads the final digital file into the wax printing software and sets the machine parameters. Wax material, print thickness, and support structure are all verified. With everything ready, the command is sent, and the design starts taking physical form. Inside the machine, the model is built layer by layer. Each layer follows the exact geometry of the CAD blueprint, ensuring accuracy in dimensions and stone settings. Once printing is complete, the operator gently removes the wax model. This piece is extremely delicate at this stage, but it carries the entire structure of the future jewelry. Multiple wax models are combined to create what is called a wax tree. Artisans heat small tools to fuse the wax branches together without deforming the details. The angle of every attachment is checked to ensure smooth gold flow during casting. A well-balanced wax tree reduces metal wastage, prevents air pockets, and improves casting quality. Medium-sized components are positioned in the middle zone of the tree. This placement prevents uneven filling and reduces chances of casting shrinkage. Each stick is heated slightly before joining, so the wax bonds cleanly without leaving gaps. The angle of every attachment is carefully adjusted. If the angle is wrong, the gold may not flow evenly, which creates air pockets or incomplete filling. Around the entire tree, artisans maintain equal spacing between pieces. Tight spacing can cause metal turbulence and affect the final quality. Every jewelry piece you see begins its life here, as a delicate wax model carefully assembled into a tree. Steady hands attach each design with precision. One wrong angle, and the entire casting can fail. This is where experience matters. This is where craftsmanship begins. Wax tree making, the heart of jewelry casting. Perfect flow, perfect finish. This is where your jewelry takes birth. Wax replicas of each design are heated slightly and attached to the main sprue. The angle must be perfect, too sharp, and metal won't flow, too flat, and air will get trapped. The craftsman checks the stability of every branch. The spacing between pieces must allow plaster to fill evenly. Layer by layer, the tree grows, small earrings at the top, bigger pieces towards the bottom. This balance ensures uniform metal distribution, giving perfect casting results. Once assembled, the wax tree is fixed inside a steel flask. The height, spacing, and central alignment are checked so the mold forms evenly around every piece. This setup will later become the negative cavity where gold will eventually flow. The wax tree is mounted on a rubber base and then locked inside a steel flask. This flask forms the outer wall for the investment plaster. The distance between the tree and the flask wall is calculated to maintain proper thickness of the investment. After assembling the tree, the craftsman positions it inside a steel flask. The flask must grip the base tightly so the tree stays centered when the plaster is poured. Centering is important. If the tree is too close to one edge, the gold won't flow evenly during casting. A specialized plaster mixture called investment is prepared using precise ratios. This mixture needs to be smooth, consistent, and free of air pockets. The plaster is poured gently into the flask, filling all gaps around the wax tree. Right after pouring, the flask is placed into a vacuum chamber. The vacuum removes trapped air bubbles, ensuring the final mold captures the jewellery's fine details. The flask is set aside to harden. As the investment solidifies, it forms a strong mold around the wax structure. This mold must withstand high temperatures during burnout. Technicians inspect the surface and density of the hardened investment before moving to the next stage. Everything done so far was preparation. Now the real metal work begins. Melting gold, controlling temperatures, and driving liquid metal into the mold to create the first solid form of the jewellery.